Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a diehard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. Ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news shaking up the entire NFL landscape. This is not a drill. The biggest trade of the season, possibly one of the most jaw-dropping trades in recent history, has just gone down. Davante Adams, one of the best wide receivers in the game, is heading to the Dallas Cowboys in a blockbuster deal worth a staggering $120 million. This is absolutely insane, and we're about to break it all down, so make sure you stay tuned because this is going to change everything. Cowboys Nation, are you ready? Because Jerry Jones just pulled off what could be the defining move of this era. Davante Adams, one of the most dominant receivers in the NFL, is now set to wear the star on his helmet, and that means one thing: Dak Prescott just got an elite weapon that could elevate this team to Super Bowl contention. Think about it, folks. This is a guy who has been torching defenses for years, a true playmaker who can take over a game with his route running, hands, and ability to make impossible catches look routine. Now, let's talk about how this even happened. Just a little while ago, the Las Vegas Raiders looked like they were committed to keeping Adams for the long haul. After all, they brought him in with the hopes that he would be their offensive centerpiece, their game changer, their go-to guy. But things took a turn when the team went through instability, coaching changes, quarterback struggles, and an overall sense of dysfunction that left Adams frustrated. We heard the rumors for months. Would he ask for a trade? Would the Raiders actually let him go? And now, after all the speculation, it's official. Adams is packing his bags and heading to Dallas. This trade sends shockwaves through the league because it completely alters the power dynamics in the NFC. The Cowboys were already a playoff-caliber team, but let's be real, adding Davante Adams instantly elevates them to another level. You pair him up with CeeDee Lamb, one of the rising stars at wide receiver, and suddenly you have one of the deadliest receiving duos in football. And let's not forget about Brandon Cooks, another speedster who can stretch the field. Dak Prescott now has an arsenal of weapons that will make defensive coordinators lose sleep at night. But what about the contract? A whopping $120 million is being thrown into this deal, making it one of the most lucrative contracts in recent memory for a wide receiver. It's a major investment, but if you're Dallas, you're thinking championship or bust. The Cowboys have been knocking on the door for years, but they've always seemed to come up short in the playoffs. Adding Adams is a clear sign that they are all in. This isn't just about making the playoffs. This is about winning it all. Now, let's take a look at what the Cowboys gave up to make this blockbuster happen. Reports are coming in that the trade package included a combination of high draft picks and key assets. Some sources indicate that Dallas sent a first-round pick and additional mid-round selections to the Raiders, along with a player or two to sweeten the deal. Losing draft capital is always a tough pill to swallow, but when you're getting a game-changer like Adams, it's a price worth paying. You don't get opportunities like this often, and when you do, you have to take them. The big question now is, how does this affect the NFC as a whole? The Philadelphia Eagles, San Francisco 49ers, Detroit Lions, and other contenders now have to take Dallas even more seriously. This offense is going to be a nightmare to stop. Defenses are going to have to pick their poison. Do you double-team Adams and risk leaving CeeDee Lamb open? Do you focus on stopping the run and risk getting torched through the air? Mike McCarthy and his offensive staff now have an arsenal at their disposal, and if they can maximize the talent on this roster, the Cowboys could be playing deep into January, maybe even February. And let's talk about the pressure this puts on Dak Prescott. No more excuses. No more "we didn't have enough weapons" or "the offense wasn't explosive enough." He now has everything he could possibly need to succeed. This is a defining moment in his career. If he can step up and lead this team to a championship, he cements his legacy in Dallas forever. But if he falls short, the criticism will be relentless. This is the kind of move that puts a quarterback under the microscope, and all eyes will be on Dak from this moment forward. And what about the Raiders? Where do they go from here? Losing a player like Adams is a massive blow, and their fan base is surely feeling the sting right now. This signals that Las Vegas is entering a new phase, possibly even a rebuild. They now have to figure out what's next at quarterback, what's next for their offense, and how they're going to replace one of the most electrifying playmakers in the game. It's a tough day for Raiders fans, but it's clear that the franchise felt this was the best move for their long-term future. NFL fans, this is one of those trades that will be talked about for years. This is a move that changes the landscape of the league. The Cowboys are officially in win-now mode, and they just put the entire league on notice. Davante Adams is in Dallas. The NFC better be ready. And you can bet every Cowboys fan is dreaming of that Lombardi trophy right now. Now, we all know the Cowboys have been looking for answers at the running back position since moving on from Ezekiel Elliott last offseason. While Tony Pollard stepped into the lead role, the results were mixed. Pollard had flashes of brilliance, but he didn't quite deliver the dominant performances Cowboys fans were hoping for. The explosiveness was there, but he wasn't as effective in short yardage situations, and there were times when the Cowboys struggled to establish the run, especially against top-tier defenses. That's a problem for a team that wants to control the clock, set up the passing game, and be a real threat in the NFC. So, what do you think? Did the Cowboys make the right move? Are they now the favorites in the NFC? Or did the Raiders make a mistake by letting Adams go? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This is the kind of breaking news that reminds us why we love the NFL. Anything can happen at any moment, and today we just witnessed history. Make sure to hit that like button if you're as hyped as I am about this move. Subscribe to the channel for more breaking news, analysis, and all things NFL. Turn those notifications on so you never miss a moment, because if this offseason has taught us anything, it's that the NFL never sleeps. That's all for now, but stay tuned because this is just the beginning of what's going to be an insane season. Until next time, stay locked in and we'll see you in the next video.